All right, hey, welcome back, everybody. Or welcome back, my 43 wonderful subscribers. Today I'm going to be talking about some of the things I don't like about the P365 xmacro and what I did to fix it, because, as you can tell, I still have it. And if I don't like something, I sell it. But I'm going to tell you how I fixed it, or fix the things I didn't like. So we are clear, nothing in the chamber. Both magazines over here. All right, first issue is right out of the box. This ledge right here is completely bare, just like this side, and it is extremely smooth, and it gives you absolutely zero purchase on the firearm. And you can't use the takedown lever because that's like way the hell back here. Like you can use that on the P320s, because on the P320 you can like kick your finger back and rest on top of it, but that is the same spot right here, or that would be on the 320, but that comes completely smooth out of the box like this side. So I just stippled that. Nothing fancy, just a little dot pattern on there, but that helps tremendously. I love that. Let's see, the back straps, they would rattle, or like if you torqued on it and trying to shift it back and forth side to side like this, because it slides up in a groove. Let me take it out for you. I'm running the large back strap just because it feels most similar to a Glock, and it gives me the best purchase with my support hand. So if you didn't know, you take this rear pin out, and this back strap slides off just like that, and you get three of them. You have a large, medium, and a small, and the thicknesses vary, obviously. That's hard to show like that, but I like the large one. But out of the box, it would rattle. This is the track that it slides onto, using that groove right there. And you slide it on like that, but it would shift back and forth. So I took some electrical tape and cut it to the exact specification. Well, I cut it to the exact size of this gap right here. So let me zoom in for you. So this gap right here, where my knife is sitting in, I cut a piece of electrical tape and just laid it down in there, and that completely fixed it. So now when I put this back on here, there's no rattles, very tight, very good. So that helped a lot. I really like that. And what was the other? Oh yeah, the magazines. These magazines have fucking massive holes in the back, and there's a round indicator for every single round. Well, I mean, starting at 3, you can see 1 and 2 at the top. Starting at 3, there's a hole for every single round, all the way up to 17, and they're massive, like insanely huge holes for some reason. But at the range, when I'm doing a reload, or like a slide lock reload, empty reload, I will just drop this bitch on the ground because I don't care. But after my first like very substantial round count range day, I was using the only 2 mags that comes in the box, which is another problem, because you get this small ass case over here and the gun and 2 magazines, which is not ideal for the price point that it's at, but yeah, only 2 mags. But so I'd have to keep reloading these, so these 2 mags were just dropping on the ground left and right, and so I'd have to go keep reloading them. But I got back from my first range day, and I was putting my carry ammo back in there, and I noticed it was really gritty, like insanely gritty. And I popped the base plate off, or unloaded it, popped the base plate off, and took the spring follower out, and it was insanely dirty in there. Like, I've never seen a mag get that dirty in my life. And I've never had to clean mags before, because, not saying Glock is insanely better, but my Glock mags don't have that issue, which I don't see how. But I mean, the holes are a lot smaller and they're kind of recessed, but it has almost the same amount of holes. It's got 1 less hole, but you can kind of see, holding them side by side, it's very obvious how much larger the SIG holes are. But yeah, these magazines got insanely dirty, and I've never had to clean a Glock mag. That's why I was so confused, and it's kind of concerning. And this is my first like metal mag gun, so I think this wear looks pretty fine. There's no like rough edges or anything, but other than that, like, the mags are fine. And I'm really surprised they were able to get 17 rounds into that shit. But the mags get really dirty. And let's see, what was the other concern that I had? Obviously the gun gets a little bit dirtier up here because the barrel is recessed. It doesn't complete the length of the frame to make the compensator work, or the slide porting, whatever you want to call that. But yeah, that's the only concerns I had with it. The only problems. Other than that, I really like this gun. Trigger's nice. I can tell that the compensator works because I can feel the gas hitting the roof when I'm shooting. But I think the grip has a lot to do with it, with the recoil control, because it's much bigger and fills up my hand very well. My hand, it fills up my hand very well. But I'm at about 400 or 500 rounds with this so far, and I don't know if you can see this very well. Let me zoom in a little bit. But the mag well is getting kind of beat up. You can see right there on the front lip, it's kind of getting beat up. So I don't know if the aftermarket will come out with like a metal ring mag well to put on this, which I don't know how they would go about that with the back straps. But yeah, I might just take a file to that if it gets really bad and just round the edges off, because it is a little rough. But I haven't noticed any problems with it reloading. So, but yeah, for those of y'all that saw my last 2 videos on this gun, I have a new optic on it. I got the 507K, which I like it a lot more because it's holosun, but the SIG Romeo Zero has a much clearer glass, and it's very obvious, but that can be that's a separate video in itself. But yeah, that's my concerns about it and how I fixed it. You can't really fix the mags getting dirty. That's just kind of a you're shit out of luck on that. So you're just gonna have to check your mags, make sure they're working. I haven't got them dirty enough to the point where they don't feed anymore, but they're finally, oh yeah, they're finally broken in. Like I can load these without the speed loader. Where is that at? Or the load assist, whatever you want to call it. This. It's actually a very nice one, but fresh out of the box, these magazines are a pain in the ass to get the last about 2 or 3 rounds in. Pain in the ass to do, because it's so stiff. Because I guess that the way the spring is, it's got to be stiff because it's so compressed at the bottom, because the way they got this set up and the way they fit all these rounds in there. But yeah, they're finally broken in after carrying them for, God, what do I say, like a month and a half or so after having this gun. Actually carrying them and then using the mags and running some cycles through them. I can actually load them just by hand, just thumbing it. Like the last round's stiff, but I'm okay with that as long as I can get it in. But yeah, right out of the box, you have to use this thing. And I'm not kidding. Like I swear to God, I was standing on these mags with this thing. Like, to get the last round in there, I was like, had it on a bench and just putting my entire weight standing on top of this thing just to get the last round in there. It was insane. But now you can actually get the last round in there. So that's a good thing. But another, I guess you could say, a negative or a thing I don't like is mag availability, because you can't find these things anywhere. I saw a couple of videos where the 15 rounders will work in here. You just have to cut that base plate a little bit to like make it fit in the mag well. So, but I can't even find those, or not like in stores near me at least. So yeah, that's a different issue I have to deal with. But yeah, y'all have a good one. Y'all stay safe, have a Merry Christmas, and thank you to my 43 subscribers. I love you. All right, have a good one.